Now let's talk about spleen 21, the great wrapping, the last among the Luo-Connecting points. Spleen 21 is located on the mid-axillary line in the 6th intercostal space. We have to note that according to some texts, this point is located on the 7th intercostal space. So how do we find spleen 21? We locate the 6th intercostal space by counting parasternally from the clavicle or from the manubriosternal synchondrosis, and we follow the course of the interspace in a lateral direction and locate spleen 21 on the axillary midline. We also have to note that the intercostal space laterally curves upward. Spleen 21 is often sensitive to pressure. Another way is to locate spleen 21 on the mid-axillary line, midway between the axilla and the end of the 11th rib. Needling spleen 21 is 0.5 to 0.8 tune obliquely or transversely, or also subcutaneously, and which is we needle this parallel to the intercostal space or with or against the channel pathway. We have to exercise caution as needling this point may cause pneumothorax. For its actions and indications, spleen 21 regulates chi and blood, governs and wraps all the Luo-connecting vessels of the body. It also unbinds the chest. For special features, spleen 21 is the great Luo-connecting point of the spleen. It is also the exit point. Spleen 21 controls all the blood connecting channels throughout the body. It is used in generalized pains due to stasis of blood in the connecting channels, the main symptom being muscular pain moving throughout the body. Spleen 21 is the point of departure of the great connecting channels of the great connecting channel of the spleen, which from this point disperses in the chest and ribs. This point's name is translated as general control, as the word bao, which normally would mean envelope, here has the meaning of controlling, taking upon oneself. The name therefore refers to the general controlling action of this point on all the blood connecting channels. So to summarize, spleen 21 invigorates blood in all blood connecting channels where it could manifest with pain in the whole body. It also benefits the sinews and regulates chi in the chest. The name of the point, spleen 21, is made up of two characters, da meaning great and bao meaning to wrap or to envelope. According to the spiritual pivot, the great Luo of the spleen is known as Dabao. It emerges at 3 chun below the axilla, spreading the chest and lateral costal region. When it is excess, there is pain of the whole body. When it is deficient, the 100 joints are flaccid. This channel embraces the blood of all the Luo-connecting channels. A possible explanation of this passage from the spiritual pivot is that one of the functions of the Luo-connecting channels in general is to assist in the distribution of chi, and more especially blood, to all the tissues of the body via the network of the minute Luo-connecting channels. Since spleen controls blood, its great Luo-connecting channel dominates this function of blood distribution throughout the body. When blood stagnates, there is pain of the whole body. When blood is deficient and unable to nourish the tissues, the 100 joints are flaccid. Spleen 21 is also mentioned in the Ode to Elucidate Mysteries, which says that it dominates the upper region, where spleen 25 dominates the middle region and spleen 8 dominates the lower region. Despite these two classical references, Spleen 21 appears in no traditional combinations in any of the major classical texts. The spleen great connecting channel brings together from the exterior to the interior all the minute blood connecting channels throughout the body. It is like a great protective envelope that permits exchanges to be carried out within it. For this reason, it is sometimes called the junction point of junction points. Spleen 21 moves blood in the connecting channels. The great loop of the spleen works from outside to within, while the spleen works from the center to the extremities or periphery by its nourishment of the yin officials and its relationship with the stomach. Together, spleen great connecting channel and the spleen official unify and regulate, bring movement and sustaining life. Diffusion of the great connecting channel of the spleen over the chest as well as the pathway of the spleen means this point is good for moving stagnation of blood, relieving fullness, lifting oppressions and depression in the heart area, bringing relief and harmony, rhythm and order where there was dissonance. Spleen 21 allows the spleen to circulate freely and pass through constriction and preoccupation with elegant fluidity. Spleen 21 is used for generalized pain from blood stagnation and the connecting channels, the main symptom being muscular pain moving throughout the body. It moves stagnant qi and blood, particularly in the chest, as spleen 21 controls the great spleen connecting channel, which radiates through the chest. It is often combined with spleen 4, the opening point of the chongmai, which flows through the three jaws and affects qi and blood in the chest. All this connection with blood and qi and the areas affected enable the person to feel held and enveloped. Bao means envelope. It is through the spleen, stomach representing the center of our being, which provides for the exchanges of heavenly and earthly influences and transforms and transports them, ends its superficial pathway with this link with the Great Lu junction point, which encourages even more exchanges raised to the level of the heart. This point is considered the junction point of all junction points. It brings all around harmony, uniting all the meridians. Can be combined with spleen 4, which is the opening of the point of the chongmai, thus connecting with all the three jaws. The use of this point can help a patient feel enveloped by Mother Earth's attributes of care, support, and nourishment, especially if these are lacking in their life. This point connects to heart 1.